Just 9 days left till Election Day, and so far more than 41 million votes have been cast. But there are some Americans who say they are still undecided. A new ABC News Ipsos poll shows Vice President Harris leading Donald Trump among all registered voters by 2 points, though within the poll's margin of error there. And 5% of registered voters polled say they're either voting for someone else or are undecided. Joining me now, Elise Jordan, contributor to Time Magazine, former aide to the George W. Bush White House and an MSNBC political analyst and our good friend. So thanks for joining us, Elise. So I mentioned this new ABC News Ipsos poll, and it shows that 5% are either voting for someone else or they're still undecided. How unusual is it to see voters undecided this close to Election Day?
You know, this was always what the election was going to come down to, the elusive 5-6% of people who are undecided and could potentially switch from who they voted for in the last election. This ABC poll, though, should have the Kamala Harris campaign jumping for joy. It shows that Trump has a problem with white voters. He still leads, but only by about 4%. White women now are +4 for Trump. He just has gone down so much when they were white women were +20, and now he's only +4. So that is a huge jump for Kamala Harris. It shows that she's keeping her support with black voters, keeping her support with Hispanic voters. Black men, Hispanic men are a huge emphasis of the Trump campaign. So it's going to be a super tight election. This might be one outlier poll, but it certainly is different from the trends in recent weeks where Trump seemed to be having an uptick and gaining, and now it does seem to be settling in her favor.
You know, speaking of gender, nationally among early voters by gender, we have seen a larger number of females than men, and then by political party, Democrats currently have a slight lead. Is there anything, Elise, to glean from this, or is it still too early to read the tea leaves?
This is a gender-divided election to some extent, given that abortion is such a huge issue and that so many women are really motivated and charged because of they want to preserve their right to basic health care. And, you know, the divide isn't so, I don't want to go too far out there and say that it's a historic gender divide, but you see where gender is the dividing line more so than race even in this year. And if I had to pick, if I'm a campaign and I have to pick a gender to come out and vote, I would want women because they tend to vote slightly a couple percentage points more than men.
So Pennsylvania, obviously a big battleground state, and the Harris campaign is reported launching a ground operation in Philadelphia suburbs to find winnable Republicans. What do you make of this strategy? Are there enough winnable there to make this worthwhile?
Well, the Harris campaign is gambling that it's easier to get Republicans who are fed up with Donald Trump and they might like his policies somewhat, but they can't stand his character. They don't like his values. Those Nikki Haley protest voters, that they are going to come over, and they're banking more on that than low propensity voters are going to turn out. And, you know, it's a gamble, but from that ABC poll, I would say that maybe what they decided to do, the strategy is working. If you have so many white women dropping from Donald Trump, that 20 points to +4, that's a lot.
Give me a sense of the Whisper Caucus, the Whisper campaign we're hearing about, disaffected Republicans that may not say in advance right now that they're going to vote for Donald Trump because they're Republicans and will actually vote for Kamala Harris. What are you hearing about that?
I think that the silent Trump vote is certainly over. Trump voters are proud of their vote, and this isn't going to be 2016, so to say. I do wonder if there could be some kind of, hidden female vote, hidden right-leaning vote that maybe hasn't come up yet. I do think if there is some kind of, bubble that we find out about post-Election Day, it would be probably with right-leaning women who decided to switch over and vote Democrat.
Okay, we shall see. With your help, Elise Jordan, many thanks.